It was a script where I was laughing, through the script, which I've often done. And I suddenly found myself crying, which I've never done. And I thought there's something very special about this. And so I rang David Heyman, who's the producer of Harry Potter, but is an old friend of mine, who'd sent me the script, and I said, I'll do it. And I was only halfway through the script.
And they waited for you to do it because you were doing The Dark Knight, weren't you?
No, I was doing The Dark Knight, so that went on forever, so we had to finish that. Yeah. And then we did it,
And you've been quoted as saying that this is one of the best films you've been on in a long time.
Oh, yeah. We had a wonderful young Irish director called John Crowley, and I'd seen a couple of things that he did, which is why I did the movie with him, and I loved him. Also, he was very good for this because he's not only a great film eye, he's a very, very experienced, although he's inexperienced movie director, very experienced theatre director. And this was a film, obviously with us too, about performance, and so we needed a clever director.
And he's great, isn't he?
Isn't he fantastic?
You have such chemistry on screen, you two.
Well,
you're great together.
We're just friends, you see, and there was never anything where the older actor telling the young one what to do, and people say, did you give him advice? I never gave him a bit of advice. He didn't need advice. He came on and did it.
Were you a bit intimidated working with a great man?
No, you weren't. Don't lie.
I was excited. I think it was such a brilliant part to get, and I thought the script was amazing and the whole story. And I think it was just so good just for my second film just to get such a lovely part.
Now, we remember you in Son of Rambo. That was set in the 1980s.
Yeah.
There's something really wonderfully nostalgic about this time.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not getting typecast though, which is...
Yeah, don't do any of the music.
Bill, for someone that doesn't know what this is about, just describe your character.
He's a kid that just used to grow up like in a normal life, in a normal home, but then when his parents changed his house into a old people's home, his kind of world gets tipped upside down and he starts to get interested in the paranormal, and I think all the kids at school don't really accept that, and when the old magician comes to say Clarence, he gets more interested in that, in the magic aspect of life, and I think he understands that it's not all about kind of life after death, and it's more just about kind of learning to let go, and you're there and then you're not. And I think it's sad how this character, it kind of changes in the whole story. There's a big change over the whole script, how he helps Clarence to die and move on and kind of accept his things that he's done in life, and he helps Edward to kind of learn to let go of death and to accept life as it is.
It is a wonderful film, and we're here in the headquarters of the Magic Circle. How are you doing the old magic tricks then?
He's better than me because look at his fingers compared with mine. Look, show him, look, he can do all those. Mine, look, that one's crooked. It always knocks it up.
But it's the patter as well, isn't it?
Well, I can do the patter, yeah.
Come on then, Bill, what's your favourite trick?
The only one I could do is the
disappearing
card tricks.
Yeah.
I guess it was that. There is a brilliant moment in this film, and I won't give it away, but I was roared with laughter at it, and I don't think you should, for the poor misfortunate guy that lost his finger as a result of it.
Yeah, well, this is the museum here, and there's a guillotine I used in the movie, and it's over there. It's now in the museum.
I've got to say that this is set in East Yorkshire, but in fact you filmed in Kent and Buckinghamshire, didn't you? You filmed on the coast of Kent.
Yeah, it didn't matter where it was set, really. I mean, it was just that. It's because the writer came from up there,
But tell me about filming in Kent, because it's a beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, well, we were in the winter, as usual, with the British movies. I'm always in the winter in British movies. I've just done one right through the worst winter for 20 years. I've been outdoors doing night shooting in the Elephant and Castle. I get all the glamorous stuff. Kent, I know from... Always known as the Orchard of England, isn't it? And I always think of Kent as apples. Apples.
The oast houses as well, yeah. Yeah, but you were down in...
and the oast houses, yeah. And I always remember, I never did it, but the Cockneys used to go hop picking. But we never did that because my mum thought it was common that she wanted to be posh.
But you were down in Hastings and Rye and all over the place, weren't you?
It was fabulous, yeah.
And also in Buckinghamshire, and you used to live in Berkshire and Oxfordshire, didn't you? You spent a time there.
Yeah, one time I lived in Berkshire, and another time I lived at Windsor. And then I lived in Oxfordshire. I live in Surrey now. I lived all over the place.
But it's all part of the Meridian region, and we love it so. And
great.
Just summing up this film, how would you entice someone to go and watch it? What has it got?
It's got everything that you don't expect about growing old. And it has an incredible performance by this young man here about being young.
And you're not bad yourself.
I do my best, you know.
Thank you so much. It's delightful to meet you again.
Thank you.